We are now live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back for Sonic Adventure Deluxe Randomizer with Nimputs. And without further ado, I shall leave to you, Nim.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm Nimputs. I'll be showing you the Sonic Adventure DX Randomizer. This was made by Sora_YX. It's a wonderful mod. It's a lot of fun. Because it's always kind of hard to plan what the randomizer is going to throw at you. I'm just going to be playing this for an hour, and hopefully we're going to have some fun or torturous challenges depending on how this goes. I'm sure we'll have a nice mix of both. So I'll just be jumping in right here. Time will start in 3, 2, 1. It doesn't matter, it's a showcase. We're starting now. Alright. Yeah. So, obviously, Sonic Adventure usually has its own stages, and every character is assigned his own stages, his own stage layouts, his own stage goals. But the randomizer just says, screw it, we'll just make a huge mess of all of it, and we'll be just giving you random levels, random characters, and random goals. So right here I have this is Big the Cat's Twinkle Park for Knuckles, and it wants me to collect 100 rings. So in addition to the original goals that are in the game, Sora also added in the missions from Sonic Adventure 2, so we'll be seeing, in addition to the regular goals that the game has, like finishing the level or fishing Froggy, or finding Froggy rather, also has the Sonic Adventure 2 missions of collecting 100 rings and finding the Lost Chow. So Lost Chow is right here. Sora added these wonderful whistles here. This is going to be a bit awkward because maneuvering with Supersonic can be tricky, but it went pretty well here. Air movement with Supersonic is kind of wild because you just accelerate into oblivion if you're not careful, which with these tiny platforms here is a bit tricky. And yeah, so this is gonna be a bit of a longer stage here, but we can, with Knuckles, do the similar skips that we can do with Sonic, which I'll be attempting here. So we'll see how this goes. So if I were to speedrun this would be, especially so early in the run, this would be a reset. The two stages I got so far were really quick, but this one's a bit longer. Knuckles tends to be a bit boring on Sonic stages because it's just a lot of open space that you just have to walk along. So this is not the most interesting combo for this level here. But we'll get through this pretty quickly. So we are now at the end of Act 1. And with Sonic, there's a thing we can do where we just spin dash up here, and with Knuckles he can climb. He can, of course, also climb up the wall and do the same shortcut where the developers of the original game left this wall here open, so you can just fall to the end of the act, and now we're here. And I'm gonna be doing a similar thing in the next act. So I'm trying to jump down this elevator shaft here and try to get a nice restart here on the act transition, so I can skip waiting for the elevator. Now I can just fly out of bounds here, and the end of the level should be somewhere here. I do have very consistent timing cues with Sonic here, but doing it with a different character is always a bit sketchy, but we found a way. Very nice. So yeah, as you've already noticed, this game randomizes music, it randomizes voice lines, and also randomizes cutscenes. We can watch a couple cutscenes as well, of course. We didn't get one here. This boss fight usually takes 5 seconds, and he's just bamboozling me here. Oh yeah, I forgot. Tails' hitbox does not interact with this guy the way I expect to. So most of the time with Tails you can just tail swipe the boss. But this guy, for some reason, I think his hitbox is too high up, so his tail swipe goes under it. So we actually have to jump into him here. This caught me off guard here a little bit, so here we can watch a cutscene, just to give a little taste.
It's dangerous here.
Is it though? I don't know. Alright, let's move on. Let's do some gameplay. So we have Gamma in Sonic's Emerald Coast. Also not the most exciting combo, but we can make use of Gamma's hover here. Gamma, unfortunately, in the randomizer is the slowest character, so especially with the longer Sonic levels, it can get a bit slow. But yeah, we can make it through here. Obviously, just a matter of time. So you can see here is a spring here. Usually there's a speed pad here in the normal level layout. Sora did make a lot of changes to a lot of the level layouts, depending on, you know, with what character they load, to make sure that it's always beatable and not too much of a pain to go through. Yeah, so you're gonna see, depending on what combos we get here, you're gonna see a lot of alterations from many of the levels, just to make sure it is, you know, somewhat enjoyable and even beatable in some cases. There's some, obviously you can glitch into some unbeatable level combos, or you memory address hack characters into different level combos and stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that is just straight up not beatable, and yeah, Sora fixed all of that, which is wonderful. But unfortunately we still end up occasionally with a long Sonic level here with Gamma. So with Sonic I would try to... I don't think I can even go up here. No, here we go. Okay, so this is the fastest path with Sonic to go up here. We're just gonna do the same with Gamma. And maybe I can get some... no. Now I was thinking... oh, okay. So Sora did add a shortcut here, which is very nice of Sora. Yeah, here's some shortcut rockets that does make the level a little less tedious here towards the end. So you probably, when testing it, you know, just like, oh, this is a bit boring. We're just gonna shortcut this a little bit here with Gamma, which is very nice. I appreciate that. Yeah. So a lot of times you have these kind of automated sections that work with Sonic, where you go into like a spring or into a jump pad or something along those lines, and those very often don't work with the other characters, so we need some, for the mod, some sort of workaround here. Okay, we have Tails in Sonic's Ice Cap. So we will be flying... oops. Let me in. Flying into Act 2. And then we can... whoops, just make it through here. Same trick as we do with Sonic. Unfortunately, usually there is a... when you play this in the default game, there's like a little bit of a empty space between the act transitions where we go into the cave, and then between before you actually enter into the snowboard section, which you can use to clip out of bounds and fall to the end. The randomizer, to make sure that you actually get onto the snowboard the intended way, does lock you into this section, but I can try skip here. I can try it again. We're not doing a proper speed run here, so I'm not under pressure to lose my run here. So I might as well, you know, I'll have to do this. Try to show off out of bounds, but I'm struggling right now. Oh no! Come on. Give it to me. I'll give it 2 more tries. Once more, come on. I'm a bit rusty on this. It's been a while since I've ran Tails' story individually. Come on. Shame. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't really matter. Just thought it would be a good opportunity to show off, like, at least a regular speedrun skip here for the randomizers. The opportunity comes along, but didn't work out. It's a very finicky trick usually for Tails' story. It is also possible that since this is Sonic stage, that there's some sort of change to either Tails' hitboxes or the level geometry. I don't know. I don't think so much the geometry, but Might be something with a snowboard or so that makes it harder or something, but I might also just be bad. It's hard to say. Yeah. So we are coming up to the end here. So we basically got, with a snowboard section here, we got a vanilla level. There is actually a setting in the settings for the mod. That was weird. That usually doesn't happen when you play Tales Story. That makes me think there might be something different about the stage, but I don't know. But yeah, there's a setting when you set up the mod. If you want to allow default stages, so if you're doing a speedrun of the randomizer, that's actually faster because a lot of the default stages are very quick. But yeah, for the case of the show, for the sake of the showcase, I turned that off because obviously we're not here to see default stages. We are here to see some fun shenanigans. So right now we're with Supersonic. With Supersonic, obviously nothing can hurt us, but we're a bit held back by having to collect rings now, especially in this level. So this level is Amy's final egg, which does not have a lot of rings, so it tends to be pretty slow for ring collecting, and also has this elevator here that you have to wait for. And also, most of the rings in this level are like right at the end. So basically, anytime you do a ring collecting mission on this stage, you have to play through to the end, and then hope for a couple of that is extra life over there, and then have to hope for good luck with the ring capsules. So we can see if we get lucky here on the doors. Oh, first try. So these 5 doors are random, which is the correct one. Okay, we got it. So these ring boxes, they're random ring boxes. They give you anywhere between 1 and 40 rings. So if you have a ring mission, these can obviously change a lot. Catch Froggy in Sonic's... Wait, no, this is Gamma's. Okay, we can do something really fast here. This is a very nice one. So we can fly over here. And then we can fly over here. And Froggy is... no. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. So I first have to... that's a lot to remember in this if you want to play this optimally, of course. So we first have to activate this shrine here. Again, this is taken from Sonic Adventure 2. And I think only then... okay, I obviously forgot something here. Seems like I never got this combo. So we are in Gamma's Emerald Coast. Okay, this... wait! Beat the stage! Oh no, I had a brain moment there. So what sometimes happens to me when I play Randomizer is that I confuse the Lost Chow mission with the Find Froggy mission. Because Find Froggy and Lost Chow is kind of the same. So you have Froggy or the Chow placed somewhere in the level and you have to find them. Obviously when it's not a big stage, that's how you do Froggy. And sometimes I confuse the locations. So here we have to beat the stage with Knuckles. So the way the stage is usually beaten is you have to collect 400 rings and deposit them in the vault, and that gets the mountain of rings high enough that you can reach the goal. And the way to do this with any characters that are not Sonic and Tails is you can go into the pinball table and just stand on these slots here and just let the rings roll in, and then just you know, just go back out of the pinball table again, and then you have 400 rings. So this was made to be played with Sonic and Tails, of course, and Sonic and Tails are permanently locked into ball form here in the pinball tables, so you can't just stand on the slots and just get a lot of rings, but with any other characters you can. So that's a pretty fun one, also pretty quick when you get that one speedrun. Find the Lost Chow in Hot Shelter, Amy's version. Okay. So we'll have to do lots of hot sheltering here. It's a pretty long level, but a pretty cool one, I think. Unfortunately, not with the most exciting character once again. But we'll get to see a lot of it. At least if the ugly green shield doesn't block our view. Wait. Okay, I got rid of the shield at least. Can I get up here now? Thank you. So, I know where the Lost Chow is. As we saw in the last level, sometimes I forget or confuse it with another location. But I do know where this one is. I'm pretty sure about this, so we'll just be maneuvering through the level here. Now we are in the section that also Gamma usually plays in his story. But we are diverging from that again once we go through here. So Gamma usually in the story goes left, but because we are... Well, that could have ended badly. Because we are in Amy's version of the stage, we go to the right here to this door. And from here... So the Lost Chow is gonna be floating in another area, but an area I can reach when I get the height from this rocket that sends me all the way up to the stratosphere. And I believe it should be on this red beam over here. There he is, there's the Lost Chow. With crying sounds and everything. Just like in Sonic Adventure 2. Is there an option or just... By the way, we finished Sonic's story. Gives you some stats at the end, which is cool. No rage quits. I made it through without rage quits. That's nice. Is there an option or just a separate randomizer entirely where the location of the Chow is randomized? Unfortunately not. But we will probably, hopefully, see some searching for locations in some Knuckles levels at some point, which I find is always fun. For one, because Knuckles is my favorite part of the game. I love treasure hunting, and also because it's fun to do it with a different character. Did you just say that his pal Sonic is sealed in the Master Emerald? Okay, so Amy is pretty cool in the randomizer. Amy actually got a speed boost to make her levels less annoying. So Amy usually does not get this much speed on ground level, but she does in randomizer just to make her levels more fun, which allows us to... Whoops. Can I save this? I can. Which allows us to do the same skip that we do with Sonic. If I just get a nice tight jump here from the top of the building, we should make it nicely all the way over here. So yeah, it is very cool that Amy is so fast here. The one downside to this, I think, is that it kind of gets rid of the very cool in-depth speedrun movement that Amy has in the default game, because Amy's run does work a lot with, jump tech and mid-air momentum preservation and all that stuff, which is extremely cool and extremely elaborate, which the randomizer gets entirely rid of, but that also, that's makes it much less annoying to be on a section like this where you just run straight forward. So definitely a good call on that from Sora. So we just have to beat the stage, okay. I have to be careful here to not die, because as smart as I am, I ran just right past the checkpoint, because I have this awful annoying speedrunner brain that's like, oh, I'm a speedrunner, I'm not gonna make mistakes. And now I'm a bit scared. So let's just hope. Okay, we made it to the end. Very nice. Yeah, this game has the default game is a really cool speedrun, and every character kind of has its own quirks that make the run very unique. And Amy's story is a very technical run, which is awesome. Lots of difficult movement and intricate tricks. So yeah, if you're interested at all in this game, I can recommend checking it out. But I can also, of course, we're here to do the randomizer, so I, of course, recommend checking out the randomizer, especially if you've played this casually. So I have to get 200 rings here. So okay, this magnetic shield is gonna make this easier, but this automated section is probably not gonna work, which is a shame because it has a lot of rings in it. I'm gonna... Ooh, okay, so this part here is a bit automated, and characters that aren't intended to be here tend to not like this very much, so I'm gonna try to do big jumps to avoid touching the ground as much as possible, and hopefully, come on, make it up here. Okay, we're good, we survived. I've had, I actually grinded this as a speedrun for a little while because I'm normal and I do not have gambling addiction at all. I grinded this for a little while, and I've had so many runs die because I got Skydeck 100 ring mission with some character, and I always got screwed over in this section because the automated section just did not work with the character that I was playing at. Okay. Oh god, we have to beat an even faster Sonic. This is gonna be difficult with Big, but I have faith. Is it gonna be fun though? That's a different question, but I'll give it my best shot. So Big got a similar treatment to Amy in the randomizer. He got a lot of extra ground acceleration, which is nice because usually Big, obviously, very slow. Also, funny enough, these rings that are intended for Tails to fly through, they work with other characters. So if you can reach them, you can get that boost like this. I'm a bit scared to try to jump for these, so I don't think I can make that with Big. Can I? No, I have to go around, definitely. Use again a rocket to skip the wind section, because that is another automated thing that the game does not like having other characters on. Hold on, can I reach this? I kind of want to try to reach this. No, okay, I had a checkpoint right there. I'm gonna give this one more shot with nice momentum. No, no chance. Can I save this? I can. Nice. Uh-oh. Ooh, loops are also a bit sketchy. Bit sketchy. So, loops and such are always automated in these games because it's gonna be much easier to make the characters reliably run through if you just automate it. But yeah, and when you have a situation like this where you enter the loop in an unintended way, it very often goes wrong. Which is also why when you see... I do not like this at all. Okay, we made it through. When you see, like, people play this game and, like, just randomly fall out of loops and be like, oh, this game is so broken. Yes, they're right, it is a bit jank, but yeah, it is made that way because the devs intended you to enter these automated sections in a specific way, and yeah, it is, to some degree, it's not ideal level design, because, like, you don't always know how a player is gonna enter it, but that's basically the reason. If you've played this game and you wonder why you fall out of loops sometimes, it's because you did something different than the devs expected you to. So where are we here? This is Gamma's level, right? And we have to beat the stage. Okay. Oh god, this is gonna be interesting. So Gamma's hot shelter stage has a very sketchy section in the middle. I don't think I've ever actually had this combo before. So for one, I'm curious, can I, if I build up momentum, can I jump over there? Nope, not quite. I don't think that'll be able to make it. Can I? Oh wait, I can land here. Okay, so we skipped a little loop of the level here. That's neat. And now we have to get grabbed by these giant claws, which totally is grabbing Amy's head. Some bombs here, which can be sketchy. So with Gamma, these are much easier to defeat because you can just lock onto them with a cannon. With Amy, that's a bit of a different story. So they like to knock you off a lot. Or with other characters. I just said I've never had this combo before, but I've had this similar combos with other characters that obviously can't lock onto the enemies. So yeah, I've had this a lot. So this is the train section. The best way to do this typically is to just jump onto the train to the left and just let it right past you. And now... No, actually I don't like this. Okay. I reacted a bit slowly when I started this section. So if I just jumped blindly to the left immediately, I could have let the left side of the train catch me. And then I would have basically been... Ah! Yeah. So this does not intend for me to be at this point, and it just moves around very rapidly, which is kind of hard to deal with sometimes. So yeah, you can get some jank here with the train movements if you just go on the train in an unexpected way and it just suddenly speeds up rapidly because it suddenly realizes you're much further into this. Amy, are you okay? Amy. Okay. I land directly in here. Nice. And that should be the end of the level. Awesome. She grabs the balloon with her hair, which is awesome. And I'm inside the balloon.
Here it comes again. No problem, Knuckles.
Yeah, Knuckles will save us. Oh boy, okay. So we have the final boss of Gamma story right here, and we have to have this little tiny non-threatening fox beat his ass. So yeah, this boss obviously is made to have the targeted rockets from Gamma hit him, but he luckily has a pretty big hitbox, so we are pretty good. We mostly have to wait through the attack cycles here. Okay. So me not understanding Tails' attack hitboxes comes to screw me over yet again. Did the explosion just disappear? Okay, we got him. Good old miles per hour indeed. And look how many miles per hour he's going. He's just zooming. Just zooming. This is his normal speed, by the way. He was not edited for the randomizer. He's actually really fast. Hopefully can get the final hit now. Wait, did he go out of the boss arena? That's kind of unfair. Okay, I think what I have to... Okay, I have to wait for these rockets now again. I don't like the fact that I don't have rings. There we go. Okay, I think I have to go closer to the middle so he stops earlier, so he doesn't... That kind of backfired. Okay, no, we got him. Okay, thank you. That took way too long. Of course, a long dramatic explosion.
Me? What about you?
find the Lost Chow in Tails' casino, and because Tails is a child and is not allowed to gamble, he just gets to go into the sewer of the casino, which is tough but fair. The Lost Chow for this one is though... Oh, can I go here? The Lost Chow is right here. There he is.
Passengers are requested to wait on board the train.
So this is the same clip we can use also in Tail Story speedruns. It's pretty straightforward one. Just have to find the right spot in the wall. And we finish Tail Story. So the way stories actually work in the randomizer is... a story in the randomizer is basically just a set number of events. So Sonic's story is always 10 and Tails is 6, I believe. And just whenever you've beaten that amount of events for each story, the story finishes. Okie dokie! Right, yeah. Oh boy, okay. So I'm gonna try to... So the problem is I can't just do a regular Sonic speedrun strat here. I can try to, but he actually... Tails gets different stats on his go-kart, so this is gonna be hard, but I'll give it a shot. Ooh, I can't believe I landed that. So yeah, this is really hard to do with different characters, because this is already kind of a finicky trick. With how the mid-air kart movement works and how the camera sometimes screws you over. But then when you have a different character with that gets different kart physics, it gets pretty sketchy. But that was nice. I got one success today at least. I redeemed myself from failing the ice cap clip earlier, which is nice. I actually was driving backwards at the beginning. That's just a... I didn't even mention that because it's so normal to me, but yeah, I actually did start the go-kart section backwards just slightly faster like this. So we're just supposed to get locked into this roller coaster here, but I flew on the act transition in order to not get locked into this, and now I can just fly to the end of the level, which is right up here. Oh god. Well, let's give it a shot. So, Red Mountain is the most notoriously difficult to navigate treasure hunting stage, and I have the most notoriously unmaneuverable character, which is great. You love to see it. So, you're gonna see me have some fun here. Okay, so there's no pieces up here, which is nice. Nothing back here. Okay, so we can restart and get back to the start. So let's check this area down here. Oh man. Oh, we got fitting music at least. That's nice. Okay, so this is gonna be the piece that is just up there where I'm looking. So we'll see how to get there. See springs, luckily. Okay. Okay, we found Froggy. That's very nice. Even green, so it's basically the same thing. Okay, so there's a piece here. And I believe the last one should be either on top of this mountain or to the back of the stage here. Okay, let's do the back of the stage here. There he is. There, this guy. We did it. That did not even go as badly as I thought it would. I've had some horrendous experiences on this level with Amy before. So, but yeah, I got some pretty easy to collect pieces here, luckily.
So what do you say, Sonic? Let's find the Chaos Emeralds before Eggman does. Chaos!
Yeah, let's find them. Oh boy. Okay. No, this is actually this should be quick. So Metal Sonic has the same attack as Sonic, which means we can do this charge up attack that does double damage on this boss, which is nice. So we should hopefully be able to skip all of the annoying long attack patterns on this guy. This is actually Knuckles' version of the boss though, because it has these broken floor panels. The Sonic version doesn't have that. Which makes maneuvering it slightly more difficult, but it doesn't really make all that much of a difference. So we have Froggy here, and we have also this interesting thing here called Swap, where you get two characters that you can swap between. Obviously, for speed's sake, I want to use Sonic here. Amy is not very useful for us here, whoops. And because this is a Froggy mission, Froggy is just hidden in the stage, and he is hidden in the secret half of the level that most casual players probably don't ever get to, because the straightforward route for this level basically is just has Froggy right at the start. So unless you go for like all the emblems or all the upgrades, you're probably never gonna see this section. But that's where Froggy is in the Randomizer. So, So usually in this cutscene, Big the Cat says is looking for Froggy, and that was pretty funny to have that line replaced with I give up. Just like at the beginning of the story, just immediately never mind, I don't like this. Just screw it. Froggy can do what he wants. Okay, so we have the final boss of Sonic Story, the very infamous Egg Viper. The good thing about the randomizer, yeah! The good thing about the randomizer is that Sora actually reduced the boss health on this, so it's not gonna be quite as long as with Sonic, but this boss is still quite tough because it is very punishing. You see, we are above the void here, and mistakes can happen very easily. Especially when I'm not exactly sure how this character interacts with the boss. Okay, we're good. So with Sonic, there's like some pretty precise spin dash jumping we can do here into his cockpit the moment it gets opened, which skips him expanding like the scorpion or the viper tail that you usually have to jump along to, which is a pretty tight timing on the spin dash jump with Knuckles. It seems like we can just kind of... Oh, this might be late. Okay, no, with Knuckles it seems like we can just kind of glide into it until the hitbox gets available, which is nice. That makes it easier. Luckily we don't seem to be getting any unexpected bounces off of the cockpit that throw us into the void, which I'm a huge fan of. So it doesn't seem to be too dangerous as long... Uh-oh, we are far away. No, we're good. Also very dramatic final boss fight music right now. Uh-oh. Please give me rings. I forgot how this boss works, and I was in my head. I was in my head at a different part of the boss, so I was a bit confused about what I'm supposed to do. But I will just do it the straightforward way now to make sure we don't die here at the end. So he does this desperation attack at the end, also in Randomizer. But if we just stand here and just don't move, he should be... Nothing should happen to us unless Sora fixes in the Randomizer. No, he did not. Thank you, Sora. For not making me look like a fool right now. That would have been embarrassing.
You're right, my friend. So here we go.
Collect 100 rings. Okay, this one's a bit tricky. So Knuckles levels and ring collecting is quite tough. There's a thing we can do to make it a bit easier. So there are, for one... There's a shield here that's useful. So for one at the... Can I get up there? The spring is not doing what I wanted to. There's a good number of rings up here in the ceiling of the level. And there's also a mechanic we can use here to cheese this a little. I don't think there's rings. No, there's no rings over here. Rings here. And I believe there's another chunk of rings here. No, that's an extra life. Never mind. Could have sworn there was a ring box in here, but no, what is this? Oh, there's ring box here. Okay. 20, very nice. So that's a nice mechanic we can abuse here, which is the back ring. The back ring is a mechanic from Sonic Adventure 2. The idea of it is basically if you're in one of these ring collecting missions and then you get hit and then you lose your rings, then there might not be enough rings left over in the stage anymore to be able to finish the mission. So it gives you this back ring at one location in the stage that resets the level and gives you another chance to get the rings back, which is what we can use here and just get a couple of the fastest rings and then hit the back ring and repeat that process. So that makes this much easier. Otherwise, these Knuckles levels tend to be really tough for ring collecting because the rings are pretty sparse. And we finished Knuckles' story. Very nice. Did not like the sound of that. Alright, off to Amy.
Strong wind alert cancelled.
That's good. I do not like strong winds. They tend to be very windy. Although, right now, we're in Windy Valley, which I'm not sure what to make of that. Beat the stage. Okay, we are as Supersonic in Gamma stage. The Gamma's levels are most of the time pretty short. So we can just zoom through this, but we have to be careful with Supersonic's extreme air acceleration to not launch ourselves into the void and look like a fool. Whoops, what the hell. Okay, we have the little Gamma boss fight here, but with Supersonic, because we're Supersonic, we can just come here and take her beating. We can just walk into him. So the damage animation usually glitches out a little bit, so you get this weird box around him right here, but that's him taking damage, don't worry about it. There's some really bizarre combos you can get with Supersonic, like wide open stages like Speed Highway or a Windy Valley, or like other version of Windy Valley with Supersonic. Where you can just really make use of Supersonic's bizarre air acceleration and just launch yourself across the level, which looks really cool. I hope I get a chance to do something like this in the remaining like 20 minutes we have. If not, that's not too bad, but would be neat. So yeah, doing this boss with Tails, I'm again getting the option here to swap characters. The Tails is just a little bit easier to maneuver. He's just more freedom of movement. Getting a bit close here to the border, though. I don't like that, but luckily we're done here. Knuckles is dead. Collect 100 rings in Big's level. Okay. First of all, there's a shield here. So this level with Big is pretty interesting because there's a lot of stuff also that is off the regular path when you're just playing through Big Story. I'm not sure to what degree we will be getting into that here. But first of all, there's rings here. There is... okay, nothing here. I think within the Amy level layout there's something here, but... okay. I don't think I will be draining the water yet, because I think I might be able to continue without the water. Can I... capsules are sometimes weird. They have their own kind of gravitational force, so they kind of sometimes trap you a little bit. Can I clip through this? This would be very useful. Can I give this a couple more tries? Because with other characters like Sonic and Tails, you can clip through this thing, through this door. Would be very useful. This will make some things quite a bit easier, but last try. No, okay, it doesn't seem to be working with Amy. I'm not sure if I've ever had this situation before. So what I'm gonna do instead is hit the water drainage switch, which is gonna open this door over here. And in that area is gonna be the way to open the door on the right side. And the right side has a lot of rings for us. Unfortunately, it takes a bit to get there. And with other characters you can get there really quickly by just clipping through, or even clipping into the area from right at the spawn of the level. So you can basically get to the area that has a lot of rings in a matter of like 3 seconds. With Knuckles, for example, which is really cool. But with Amy we have to unfortunately take a little bit of a detour here and just do this the intended way, because she does not seem to be able to clip through here. But this area is generally where you want to get to when you want to collect rings. Because there's a lot here. There's all these rings, and there's also a bunch of capsules over here. Very nice.
That's bad.
Sonic the Hedgehog was added to the list. Don't worry about it. Oh, we get some treasure hunting with Tails. That's nice. Okay. So we do not have the piece here. Which means we have a piece 1 at the end of the stage, and we have a piece 3 over here. Piece 1... No, piece... Oh. Did I just get bamboozled by my favorite game mode in this game? That would be embarrassing. Is the piece actually over here? It is! How did I not see that? I could have sworn I went to the side there to check at the beginning. I unlocked Sonic 2006. That would be cool if that was included in this game, but no, it's actually just, it's the, for those who don't know, it's the Game Gear version. There's a couple of Game Gear games added as a bonus to this game that you can unlock through emblems. Unfortunately not Sonic 06. Alright, off into big story. Catch Froggy, that's fitting. So Froggy is down here. Unfortunately, underwater movement is a bit annoying. Froggy. So this is an area that is normally also in the level, but it's to get some obscure lure upgrade or some obscure high-level fish or something when you're doing the other missions. Oh, that's fun. The karting stages on the snowboard, like the karting on the snowboard stage is always really cool, because the car tends to go completely off the rails. Unfortunately, Gamma's kart is not the most suitable because it's very slippery. So it's gonna be difficult to conserve any amount of momentum. I'm actually gonna give this another shot because this is really cool when you actually do carry a little bit of speed here. But Gamma's kart is pretty horrible, unfortunately. I'm gonna try to maybe stay on this side. Might make it a bit more manageable. Yeah, this is... Ooh, oh. I don't know what happened there. So I hit the speed pad, which I shouldn't have been able to, and then I died. So it looked like just Gamma smacked into the wall. So that was interesting. Okay, we're actually getting some speed now. Let's go. But it stops now. Because... Oh, okay. Because Gamma can't get around corners because his kart is horrible. Oh, man. Please move. This is much cooler with Knuckles. Knuckles has the best kart in the game. Because he's Knuckles. Knuckles is the coolest. We love Knuckles. Gamma's card, unfortunately, not so cool. Okay, first boss of Sonic Story. We should be able to do pretty much the exact same if I'm... Okay, there we go. Hit him. I said hit him. Okay. I'm making a fool of myself. That's fine. I'll get hit to interrupt his movement pattern, wait for him to jump on the lampposts, go to the other lamppost, and jump on his head. Jump on his head. Okay, there we go. That's the manip for this boss, which I've of course done first try. No one saw me screw that up. Okay. Sonic's Red Mountain with Knuckles. Not the most exciting stage, but we have a cool skip we can do here at the end to prevent us from playing the level, which we usually don't get to do, so that's cool. Yeah, again, we have the Knuckles and the Sonic level problem. The Sonic levels are just not really made for Knuckles' movement set very well. Because, actually, Sonic levels with most characters, except for Tails, are usually a bit sketchy. Or not sketchy, but tend to be a bit tedious sometimes. But what I'm gonna try to do here is, once again on the act transition, glide and climb out of here. Come on. There we go. And we can fly to the end now. Don't remember the song at all? Yeah, I don't know from the top of my head where this is from either. I know Sora added in a couple of songs that are exclusive to like Dreamcast DLCs or something like this. So it might have been something that's not even in the regular game, but yeah. Oh boy, my favorite treasure hunting stage. And we have a Leon. So these guys are horrible. These is cat chameleons. And this is something that is... Okay, we got lucky here. But these chameleons, they're called Leons because Chameleon... they got heavily screwed up when this game got ported from Dreamcast to more modern platforms. Because from the frame rate of the Dreamcast to the frame rate to the other platforms, something got screwed up with their movement cycles and their animation, which means that sometimes their hitbox does not align with their visible model at all. So sometimes they're just straight up impossible to hit. I don't know where to go here. Usually with this level, usually we don't play this level because in Knuckles Story we can skip this. So I have really bad just treasure hunting skills on this one. But I will... Actually, hold up. We might be able to do a little bit of a goof here. God, how do you maneuver this level again? Is it obvious that I don't usually play this level? So what I want to do is get down here. Oh no. Try this again. I don't think I can make this without. Okay, I'm gonna hit the rocket and then try to... I'm gonna try to drop into this little window down here. Okay, good. Nah. Alternatives. There's an alternative strat I can do, I think. But I should probably just try to find the pieces. Okay. So no trying to clip out of bounds. So there's a thing in this level where you can clip into a section of the level you're not supposed to be in, which has a level end trigger. which allows us to skip to the treasure hunting and Knuckles story. But I'm not sure from the top of my head how we can get there with Sonic. With Super Sonic, rather. Oh, the piece is up there. Okay. Sorry, I'm making a bit of a fool here of myself here, but how do I even get up there? Ooh, we did it. That is some supersonic air acceleration. Alright. Looks like we got about 5 more minutes. Okay, we got another Skydeck ring collection mission here. 10 rings, not too bad. So I have to once again be careful here with the automated section that I was also fighting with earlier. Do want to get some of these rings? Okay. Get this magnetic shield, which is gonna give me all these rings, and then this upcoming section should hopefully have enough of ring boxes to get through here. Thank you, camera, for cooperating. I am not sure where I am. Okay. We're out of there.
Sega.
Alright, what do we get? Oh, credits to, what was this big story? And we are into Gamma Story. Catch Froggy, so this is... Oh no, this is Sonic's level. Okay, so this is gonna be really long and boring, so I'm just gonna quit out and go back in. So the randomizer has this built in as a function to skip a level, which I originally didn't want to do, but now that the time is running out, I'd rather not waste all this time on one single long level. That is really boring. So I'm just gonna instead do this and just punch 0. So, Knuckles' punch just completely directly goes into his circuits apparently, and just instantly shocks him. So with Amy, you have to knock him into the electric fence on the outside, but with Knuckles, you can just punch him to skip that.
Guarding the master.
Alright,
again.
what do we got next? Find the lost Chow in Amy's. Okay. This is a pretty cool one, because we actually have to do some maneuvering through some nice, pretty tight sections here. I think I can do a skip here even. Wait, I missed one of the switches to open the door. Is the door open now? Still not open. Which switch did I miss? This one's on. This one's on. The annoying thing about these switches is you can actually deactivate... Okay, there we go. You can deactivate them again, and sometimes you shoot random stuff and hit the switch. I think we can clip out of here if I can get into the mode change here. So Gamma does this transformation into rolling. Can you get enough momentum? I believe you can clip here with Gamma. Okay, there we go. That's mode change. I think you can use this to... No, you can't? I'm pretty sure you can. Come on. I'll give this one. You have to push into... No! I'm trapped. Let's give this another... One more try. I want to do the clip. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we got the clip. Nice. So this is a similar clip you can also do with Amy. But adapting it to Gamma physics is a bit tricky. Is this where the Chow is? Where is it? No, it's the previous hole. Okay. There we go. So this level works with the mirror dimension kind of, and the cool thing is here the Chow is only hidden inside the mirror, so you have to go to the place in front of the mirror where in the mirror the Chow would be. So that's how this location makes sense. Okay, it looks like we are going to be beating up E104 or 103, I forgot. I didn't quite see the beginning. I forgot what these robots' names are. But we're gonna be beating up a robot as our last level here. This is a pretty quick one, so we don't go that much overestimate. So I'll be calling time once I get to the robot and hammer it in the face or something. We just have to go around the lava lake here. Gonna do some slope jumps to get some extra momentum. Some final platforming. And there is the robot. E104. Oh, it's actually Gamma. No. Is it? I don't know. I don't know these numerals. No, they're not even numerals, they're letters. Greek letters. That wasn't Gamma, but E104 is Gamma. And so I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. I'm also pretty tired, so maybe this is very normal what's happening here, and I just don't understand it. Anyways, that's time. That's my 1 hour of Randomizer showcase. I hope you enjoyed that. E104 Epsilon. No, it's Gamma 10. Hold up, I'm super tripping up right now. What is Gamma's name? I have to double check this right now. E1. I'm very bad with numbers sometimes. E10. No, Gamma's name is E102. Okay. okay, we got it. Okay, I just got the numbers mixed up. So Gamma, the actual character, is called E102, and the guy we just hammered in the face is E104 Epsilon, or whatever that was. Anyways, yeah, that was my 1 hour of Sonic Adventure DX Randomizer. Again, really cool mod made by Sora YX. Go check it out, especially if you're a fan of this game. Yeah, that's all I got, I think. Yeah, shoutouts to Sora YX, shoutouts to Sly Sonic and Black Doom, who unfortunately couldn't make it. But they've also done some work on the randomizer, including some marathon showcases and some speedruns of it. So shoutouts to them, Black Doom 99 and Sly Sonic. And yeah, once again, of course, Sora YX. And that's all I got. Thank you all for having me.
Thank you for coming. I run Sonic Adventure 2 myself, so it was very fun to watch the stuff from 2 that's been put back into 1 again. It's very interesting. Alright, y'all. Well, that was that. Next up is gonna be Gaffadil and Perfectionator will be playing on Traverse the Harvest, so stay tuned. It's gonna be a fun little race those two are gonna run. Farewell for now.